to England, and there is where she met Jerry. They're so rich, she doesn't even know how to spend her money.
Well, my life story isn't as interesting as yours, but I'll tell you all about it next time. Now, why don't we invite your parents out for dinner to a nice restaurant? Do you think they'll like it at their age?
Well, if you want to make a good impression with my parents, don't ever mention their age. They're used to good restaurants, especially Mom. She really hates cooking.
Jerry sounds like a fun person. Tell me more about him. Does he play golf?
No. But he's into horses and races and dogs and the lot. He's also a TV addict, you know.
Well, he's normal. What else can he do at his age?
Oh, you'll be surprised. Mom is always complaining that he's out and about and very busy. And he also loves going to the massage parlor. And he loves his pusha.
His what?
Well, his pussy. I mean, his cat.
Good one.
Well, let me call Mom and see when they can make it for dinner. Well, it's ringing and she's not answering. It's very strange.
Well,
She's always carrying her mobile around with her.
she might have gone out and forgot it at home. Why don't you try and call Jerry?
No. He hates mobiles. He never answers.
Okay, forget about them. Let's do something together. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to go for a walk just before my rehearsal tonight.
You mean you have another rehearsal tonight? You have rehearsals every day?
Yes.
Doesn't it get boring?
No. Rehearsals make me feel very good. Well, what did you have in mind?
What I'd really like to do is charter a boat and take you to Sicily. Somewhere away from here.
900 euros for just a day? But that's very expensive. You didn't have to spend so much money on me.
I did book the boat for 2 days and 1 night, but don't worry about me spending money on you. Anyway, it will help me decide what I want to do.
What do you mean, decide what to do? I don't mean to be rude, but I'd like to know what's on your mind.
Well, I'll tell you, but you must promise not to laugh at me. Although, perhaps you can help me achieve my dream. I want to borrow some money, buy a boat and charter it for day trips, just like this one.
Well, I think that's very good business, especially at these prices. You should do well.
I'm happy that you didn't laugh at me. You know, I've never told this to anyone before. People get jealous and steal your idea before you start.
I understand. It's very much the same with me. If I want to do something, I just go ahead and do it.
Hello, Mother. Why did you call me so early? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Where are you? John tried to get you all day yesterday. They had a baby boy.
I know, but it must be premature. And can you tell me why it was born in a discotheque out of all places?
What are you saying, Mom? According to John, Maddie has been hospitalized for a whole week.
For God's sake, where are you? Why all the mystery?
Mysteries? There are no mysteries. I'm off to Moscow to see my grandson.
What? Moscow? Mom?
It's gonna be alright.
Hi, Joan. It's Julia.
Good news, Sylvia's had a baby boy.
Oh, that's great. By the way, I'm really glad you called.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Sylvia has always been your favorite sister.
Well, yes. She was always kind to me. We spent more time together in England borrowing each other's clothes and going out, while you were always in Italy singing.
By the way, John has also had a baby boy.
Oh, so soon. What happened?
Well, he's definitely premature.
But he'll be fine. A few more weeks in the incubator and he'll be back to normal.
Is it true Mother is going to Moscow?
Well, I haven't the slightest clue.
She's been acting very strangely. She left Malta without telling me.
I'm staying in the same hotel.
She could at least have left me a message.
Where did they go?
Well, I have no idea. When she finally answered,
She sounded very confused. And I heard some people talking in French in the background.
Perhaps she was in a French restaurant. Are you sure she went to France?
Well, I don't have any idea. I called her every hour in London, and she never returned my calls. I left messages on her answering machine, and she didn't return them. And her cell is off all the time.
Does it have to do with Uncle Fred's inheritance? You should know, because you went with her to the lawyer.
Yes, and he read us the will, which still leaves me very confused. Anyway, he still has to do more research. But there's one thing for sure. He mentioned a certain son called Kola.
What? Uncle Fred had a son? So Mother will have nothing.
Oh, don't jump into conclusions, Joan. Perhaps he's dead.
I have to stay in New York for another week. Then I'll come to Europe to see what his mother up to. She must give us some money. What does she need her money for? I'll call Sylvia to congratulate her now. And, of course, John.
And don't forget the time difference between Moscow and London. And another thing, what's John's latest business there?
Hello, Julia.
Hi, Mama. Listen, we're going to Sicily and we're going to be staying overnight. And Sergio invited me to a wedding reception of his friend for next Thursday. Isn't he sweet? Listen, am I going to find you in Malta once I'm back? Or are you going back to France?
Do you really need to go? I was hoping to call a family meeting.
Well, can't it wait until I come back? Or perhaps I can discuss it over the phone with you.
No, not on the phone. Definitely not this time. I've been meaning to ask you, did Joan like the boat? Did she manage to meet Sergio?
No, she didn't like the fishing boat. She thought I was buying Onassis' boat. I'm not going to let her meet Sergio. She'll definitely poison him against me.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
How can I help you?
Do you do port exchange?
Depends. First we have to see it, and then we give a value to the boat.
I see. Well, do you have anything like this in the water? Perhaps I can see it from the inside.
Excuse me for asking, but is this for your own use?
Well, in time, perhaps I learn how to handle a boat. But my friend is an experienced seaman.
I see. Then, if your friend is experienced, I suggest he comes over to see the boat for himself. I'm sure if he's experienced, he doesn't need much familiarization with it.
We do actually have a fishing boat, but I want to give him a surprise, you see.
And if I'm using my own money, I would like to enjoy it myself. Yeah.
I'll take you down to the marina. There we have a boat in the water. Perhaps you'll like it. Shall we go down to see it?
Sure.
I'm sorry to be barging in on you like this, but I know that Filippo comes here. And I want to warn him that if he keeps on intruding in my affairs, I'm going to have him put in jail. I know so much about that man, and I have all the proof.
He was here yesterday, but I haven't seen him today. What has he done now?
Well, I'm definitely sure he's responsible for Sergio's anger towards me. I mean, I saw him following me, and he knows where my boat is. He knows it belongs to me and Sergio.
What you do with your money is none of his business. I can't understand. What is your problem?
Well, I don't even know myself yet exactly. All I know is that Sergio has sent me a message saying, "Don't you ever speak to me again, bitch, traitor." And now his mobile is switched off.
Do you know where he lives or where he works?
I don't know where he lives, but I know that he's working at the same hotel I'm staying. No one has seen him for 3 days.
Perhaps he's on the boat. Did you check?
Yes, of course I did. It is there. It's all covered up. He's not there. And no one has seen him.
Sorry, I cannot help you. Would you like anything to drink?
No, I don't feel like drinking anything. I just feel like throwing up with anger. I left Rome in such a hurry this morning. And besides, this evening we had to go to one of his friend's wedding receptions.
So go. He'll probably be there.
Yes, and if he doesn't want to speak to me, what do I do?
I'm very sure he will speak to you. He's not going to make a scene in front of all those guests.
Well, perhaps I'll just do that. Listen, I want you to know that I never stopped regarding you as my sister-in-law. Even if John left you, I never stopped liking you.
My story is so different from yours. I love John, but he betrayed me. I was always there for him, but he preferred a whore. And now he has an African baby.
Will you please let me know if Filippo comes here? I'm sure he's behind all this.